I knocked from Nigeria to Cyprus to Turkey to Kenya and Ghana. I'm the only child of my family.
Did you come from a poor background?
I came from a nobody. They born me born poverty.
Okay, so just as you opened your mouth, in amazement and surprise as to what you just heard, so was I when I heard it the first time. So that was Esther Nwachukwu, also known as Esther Sky. She is the most recent invitee to the Honest Bunch podcast, which is hosted by Nedu Azobia, husband material, Detiko, and Zene Posh. Yeah, the full video actually drops tomorrow, 6 p.m. Monday. I will encourage everyone to do well to watch the full video so you get a full picture of what she is talking about. But from the snippet they've dropped, right, a whole lot can be said from everything she has said, right? And I sincerely hope that the Honest Bone podcast do well to advise these persons they bring to the studio to go for therapy immediately they leave that podcast. Because from everything they've been saying, right, it seems like what you need is actually a therapist, not coming to talk to the public, right? But they're already in the public now. So please do well to go to the therapist after you leave the podcast. I say this because often at times you see these people when they finish or in the course of talking, you see them bringing out their handkerchief to clean their tears. They are crying, because they've gone back to memory lane, and it seems like their past is still haunting them. Like, you really need a therapist. But let's look at what she was talking about in the podcast. Esther Nwachukwu is actually an only child, and now one would think an only child of her home. And she says she came from a very poor background. Her parents are nobodies and everything. A time when ladies are talking of how they've broken records, set record, making impact in society, and all you could brag about is how you go about sleeping with men in different countries. Like, you brag about your sex work life. The question of do people marry for love or is it for money? Now she was here to answer the question, and what was her answer? Her response was that nobody marries for love anymore, that people marry for money. And she gave examples now using Paul Okoye, P-Square, Rude Boy. Rude Boy is the one that loved Ifeoma, his new wife. That she's very sure that Ifeoma did not love Paul.
Nobody marry for love these days. They born me born poverty. Why Ifeoma go marry P-Square?
Now love now.
No be who tell you that one. I can tell you categorically that now P-Square, Rude Boy, now love Ifeoma.
Even went ahead to give an example, and backing her statement, she made reference to the song, the Bankalite song they did, which in the lines it was saying, "Reason with me." This is her own analogy of reason with me.
So where P-Square sing, Rude Boy sing, reason with me. You understand? Now, either Rude Boy no sabi do something too much, no sabi knack. Now make in the talk, so reason with me. If I not get today, I will get out tomorrow. Now it means that if I not feel knack today, I go feel knack tomorrow. That guy get money. That song is meant for somebody, people wait poor. When I just there on social media, you people don't know what I reason deep.
So now my question is, if you're saying that the reason with me is the way you meant it, what of the video we saw? So in the video, right, we saw that the reason with me, Paul Okoye, Rude Boy, what he meant was, I'm broke now, or I'm poor now. You should stick with me. You don't know tomorrow. But her own explanation is quite different from what we saw. And she said that she is a deep thinker, that we just, go online, we listen to things, we don't even think about that. She, as a deep thinker, this is what she is thinking. She did not stop there. She went ahead to now start analyzing men. Now she talked about one of the hosts, husband material. She said that husband material is not. Maybe you hear her for yourself.
See, you don't look at a man by the physical appearance. Like someone like you now, men looking at you, husband material. Me, I not say he no get something big under. Seriously. No, seriously, I'm not joking. You guys, I'm not joking. But someone like Edu has something heavy. But he not go long.
There you have it. That was what she was saying. And it's funny how these are things that she could brag about, telling you of she knows this one. Now, for somebody to come up to tell you things like that means she has really, really done her homework. And by her homework, I mean she has really, really, gone around many men to know that by just looking at somebody's stature, you'll be able to tell this from this and this from this. Like, I'm so amazed right now. Like, is this what we should be celebrating? Is this what we should, be listening to from a lady? Like, is it like shame is not a very scarce commodity in today's society, or it's just like come out and live your life regardless of whatever anybody will think is nobody's business? She did not end at Rude Boy. She also talked about Nwoke. Nwoke, of course, who is married to Regina Daniels, and Regina Daniels is one of his wives. Now, Ned is obviously way older than Regina Daniels, and in the actual sense, many will say that if it is love, there is no way Regina Daniels will be married to Nwoke. We don't know whether they love each other or it was money Regina Daniels saw, because we know that Regina Daniels was actually in a relationship before Ned came into the picture, and then things turned around. But she was also saying that if given the chance that she will be Nwoke's 8th wife, she does not mind. Now, this thing now, it's not like marriage is not an escape route for ladies especially. So it makes me to say things like maybe men are actually the goal at the end of the day, especially those that are wealthy. If you're a wealthy man, regardless of how how ugly or how wicked or how mean you are, there are ladies who still come flock after you, young, old, whatever, they will come after you just because you have the money.
I want to be Ned Nwoke's 8th wife.
So let's go back to the video I played earlier about where she was talking about how she has had sex in Cyprus, in Ghana, in Kenya, and all of those places. Like in my opinion, I don't think that's something she should be proud of, but who am I to tell her what she should be proud of? But morally, we know what is right and what is wrong. Now this are the things that we want children to go up, listen to, watch, and then these are people who we call celebrities. Are these the kind of celebrities? Are the kind of persons we want our children to look up to? Now, it goes a long way now to tell you that parents, as a parent, you have a whole lot of work to do, because it's not enough for you to just give birth. You should also ensure that you be your children's first role model before they ever see anyone outside to make their own role model. One thing she said was, she made mention of Anambra women and Imo women. She said Imo women are very good, sex-wise, and that they should go and check. I wonder where that, study is coming from. But about the Anambra women, she said that those women, that they are so unfaithful that they even go about sleeping with even the house boys in the house.
Anambra women are the people in the eastern part that sleep with even boy. They get tired of their husband's dick. So now they cheat on their husband mostly. If I'm to be a man and you give me an Edo woman and an Anambra woman and you ask me to choose, I will choose an Edo woman, because Edo women don't pretend, Anambra women pretend. So
she even had to make comparison where she said that if she's a man and then she's giving an Anambra woman and an Edo woman, now I wonder why she will bring Edo into the picture. Like, are you trying to just does it mean like she has gone through the whole of Nigeria and seen all the kind of men that there is, all the kind of women that there is in the country? Now she's not giving you how they all behave and how they all act. Like, I don't understand. For you to come out with this audacity and then tell these things, and you now come out and now say, at the end of the day, the best people to marry are sex workers.
The best girl to marry in this generation are prostitutes. Because Ashawo don't test every bola. Once you are married to an Ashawo, she go just day one side. Waiting, I won't see again. I don't see and finish. So we are the best people you can get married to.
If I'm part of the host, right, one of the questions I'll ask her is like, are you thinking that when people go into prostitution, right, is it because they want to explore all the kind of men that there is, or they are going into it for one hardship or the other? Now you said that once they get married, that they've seen all that there is about men, so there's no need to go out again. Like, I don't understand, because even those that are doing prostitution, like, even after making the money, they still go about doing it. That tells you that there is more to it than you just starting it. So at the end of the day, it is best you pick a legit hustle and stick to it. Because coming out to say things like this is like you endorsing this lifestyle, and we know it is wrong. And I will say it again, it seems like at the end of the day, podcast will be the thing that will drain a whole lot of people in the country. So, like I said before, do well to watch the full video so you get a full picture of what she's saying and how she, get to where she's going today. Like, there was a question they asked her, and then Zinipot said, you're taking her to memory lane. Like, I really want to know what made you started this lifestyle, right? Now, because it's amazing how an only child will end up like this. Like, it's so amazing. Like, is it too much pampering? Is it just poverty, or there was something more to it? Like, I really want to know. But until I come here and say, I'm your very host, Just Talk It, please do well to subscribe, like, and of course share the video with your friends. And like I said, please and please do well to watch this. It drops 6 p.m. tomorrow.